Hello, 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 my friends. Happy. Is today Monday? Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all are having an amazing day. Welcome back to the Makers Can Learn YouTube channel. My name is Tanner Bell, and I am so excited to have you here tonight because we are going to teach an amazing class. And y'all, I'm fired up. Like, I just want to put you on notice that I'm fired up tonight and that I am super excited to be here with you. And my promise for this maybe short, maybe long session is we are going to teach you 4 things to never do when selling your crafts. And the reason that I wanted to come on here is it's October. Okay, my friends, it's October. We are gearing up for the holiday season. And there's so many of you that have said to me, Tanner, I want your help selling my crafts. I know I can sell my crafts, but I have this thought or I have this issue that I cannot work through. So today I want to go through 4 things to never do when selling your crafts. And a lot of these are going to address, I think, a lot of people here that are struggling to get started. So if that's you, my friend, if you find yourself not able to get started selling your crafts, you are in the right place. And I'm super excited to spend the next few minutes with you. So hello, my friends. As you tune in, share with me where you're visiting from. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. I am super excited to be here, and I see everyone logging in. Before I dive in to the 4 things never to do when selling your crafts, I want to make sure that you all know I have an upcoming webinar. I've snuck in, I have 2 potential times for you to attend. You can come to this Sundays or you're gonna come to next Thursdays. There's only 2 times available to come. I am teaching 5 secrets to making money crafting, even if you've never sold before. If you've never been to the webinar, it is so good. If you've been before, and you haven't been in a little bit, it's refreshed, so you're gonna definitely wanna be there. I see so many people tuning in, so I wanna be respectful of your time this evening and dive in to our live stream. Sevierville, Tennessee, hello my friend, you're my neighbor. Hey from Houston, hey Dallas, hey Fort Worth. Oh my goodness, y'all are awesome, and it's been a little bit since I've done a live stream. So I'm so excited to expose the 4 things never to do when selling your crafts. And if you're excited, go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments, because I feel like the more that we interact, the more that you pop in the chat, the more that you're going to be able to, that I'll be able to give you, right? Like, that's what it's all about. So we're super excited. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Sue in Michigan. Hey, from Huntsville, Alabama. Hey, from Ohio. Oh my goodness. So good. Stephanie says 1. Let's go. Daryl's a 1. Y'all are ready. All right. So this is so good. I cannot wait. Let's dive in to number 1. And the number 1 thing that you should never do when selling your crafts. Are y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? Because I'm ready. You should not let the term being oversaturated be the reason you don't bet on yourself. All right? This is like the number 1 thing I hear people tell me all the time is, Tanner, it's saturated. It's saturated. I can't sell my crafts. It's saturated. And what I want to tell you, my friend, is that chances are here today, what's happened is that you have been the one to look around the internet and say, there's so many people selling crafts online. There's so many people selling their crafts online, right? Has that been you? Is that your thing holding you back? That you're sitting here saying, oh my goodness, there's just so many people out there selling their crafts. There's not room for me. Do you know what that's actually doing, my friend? What I see actually happening when you tell me that is you're actually saying, you know what? I don't want to bet on myself. So what I want to allow you to do today is I want to allow you to have the thought, what would happen if I succeed? What would happen if I bet on myself? Y'all, at the end of the day, We can only control what we can control. So I'm not saying there might not be someone selling something similar to you in your town, but my town has 40,000 people living there. And if there's 5 people making t-shirts and selling them, guess what? There's room for you too. There's room for you too. Justine says, yes, it is intimidating. Patty says, that's scary. Okay, so if you're willing to say, it's oversaturated, I'm not even going to do it, that's just looking at the worst case, right? That's just looking at the worst case. You have to give equal amount of time and consideration to the best case. Because if you fall somewhere in the middle, great, right? Like this is the worst case, and we normally only say that. If we switch our thoughts and go to the best case scenario, and we look at that over here, which one would you rather have, right? If it's a yes or no, I hope you would choose that you could be successful, that you know how to craft, and that people would enjoy having something you make. So that's something you could do right now, is start switching that thought and then going for it, betting on yourself. Debbie says, I am in the mindset that I don't have enough ready to make tumblers to get an Etsy shop going. I have at least 25, but that doesn't seem like enough to start. Debbie, there is a reason you are here tonight. There is a reason I was so excited to do this. I told my team I had to do this today. I added this training on the schedule today myself for some reason. I don't know why, but Debbie, this is actually for you. This is actually for you right here. And because what we're about to do in number 2 is actually going to, stay with me, Debbie. If no one leaves us, Debbie needs to stay, okay? So, all right. Love it. Yes, Gail, your people will find you. Exactly. Start slow with family and friends. I love that. Melissa says, I have found word of mouth worked better for me. Y'all, you will not believe some of the testimonies we're going to have on the channel over the next week or two that will show you the power of word of mouth marketing. It is unbelievable. I love it. Brenda says, I need to find out who and where my demographic might be and decide what to focus on. Love it. Oh, the stars told you. The stars did tell me. All right, y'all, the stars did tell me. And if you've not attended the webinar before, get registered, Debbie, because that webinar, I made it for you. All right, so we understand that we're not going to let the thought that the market is oversaturated to keep us holding back from at least trying. All right, I would much rather you come to me and say, Tanner, I tried and I tried and I don't like the results I got, than saying, you know what, it was too oversaturated, I'm just not trying it. All right, that's number 1. Are you guys ready for number 2? If you're ready for number 2, drop me a 2 in the comments. I'm answering you out loud in my living room. Thank you, Debbie. I'm here for you. Oh my goodness. Do you have a how to name your business video? Can I be honest with you all? This will be like our segue. This will be our this will be your bonus, because y'all are showing up so good in the comments. This will be your bonus for number 1. Your business name plays this much into your success. Very little. I'll say 0 to 5%. 0 to 5%. Nothing more than 5% of your success is going to be on your business name. If you take your name right now, which, let's find your beautiful name. C. Lawrence Creations. Boom. That's your business name. Go start selling. It can be that easy. It can be that easy. Don't overcomplicate it, my friends. We are creatives. We want to have something meaningful. We want to have something powerful. We want to have something beautiful, right? That's what we want as creatives. But as a business, until you make $1, it ain't a business. So let's go get you a sale. Let's go get you, some people. Let's get your coin. And then let's fine tune the business, right? Once it's validated, because I think you'll work harder at it once it's validated, which is a whole mindset shift. All right. Oh my goodness. I am part of pretty much every page. Love you guys. Debbie, we love you too. All right. You all are here. Oh my goodness. Love it. Love it. Okay. Thank you. I feel like I've stressed too much on the name. Well, I just gave you your name. So go sell. Go start selling. All right. You all said you wanted number 2. And number 2 is for Debbie. Number 2 is for Debbie. Number 2 is focusing on making a bunch of stuff before selling. Never focus on making a bunch of stuff before you start selling. All right? I get to work with thousands of creatives building a business. So I know what you are thinking about and what you're struggling with probably more than you do. You probably are sitting there and you're thinking, how is Tanner inside my head? I've spent many years doing this work and I love it. I love getting to help people see what is possible for themselves in betting on themselves and building a business online through their crafts as a passion. And what happens when people come to me saying, Tanner, I just don't have enough stock. Debbie's saying that she needs more than 25 tumblers before she's even go put herself out there. And Debbie, sorry to put you on the spot, Debbie. Sorry. It just fits perfectly for this example. When you tell me that, I think you are more so scared to put yourself out there than doing what's comfortable for you, which is crafting, right? Crafting is comfort. Crafting in your craft room, you got your music playing, you're making these tumblers. If you're part of Maker University, here's your mug. You're making all these mugs, you're doing all the work, and you're just preparing to sell your crafts. Guess what? I don't think you should never do that. I would rather you take one tumbler that is amazing, right? Your best tumbler, and you sell that one. And what you're going to do is you're going to make your listing, you're going to put it out there on Etsy, you're going to put it out there on the Facebook, you're going to start telling your friends and family you can make tumblers, and you're going to see how that response is. Now, you might get a ton of orders. Then you're going to have to balance what to do. And I want to open it up to the possibility that you do get some orders. And what I would recommend is to say, hey, this is 2 or 3 weeks out. 2 or 3 weeks, that's plenty of time for you to make those tumblers, right? There's no reason to make a bunch of things before you deem it successful or before there's a need, right? That's preparing for something that hasn't happened yet. And another thing that I want you all to be aware of, and just think about, is that when you are out there and you're saying, I don't want to put myself out there, I'm afraid I'm going to get too many orders. I'm afraid I'm going to get too many orders. My friend, that's counterintuitive, because until you put yourself out there, you're actually not going to get a single order. You're actually not going to get a single order. And what I want you to know is that if we could go back to that number 1 where we're going to bet on ourselves, guess what? If for some reason you were bombarded with orders, if I came to your doorstep and I said, hey, I need 100 of your top selling product, and I can, I'm going to pay full price. I'm not asking for a discount. I know for a fact that we're all creatives in this group, that we are all amazing people, that we're going to figure out a way to do it. Whether we have to rush order supplies, whether we have to recruit our friends and family to help us fulfill the order, I think we could do it. I think we could do it. Do you all think you could do it? I think you could. I know you could, because you are creatives and you're willing to figure it out. That's how we live our lives. Like, it's so good. Jules says, what platform is best to start with? So I love to say, just to put yourself out there locally, to put yourself out there on the Facebook and see what happens, just to start some traction. And then I recommend Etsy. I have a video coming out soon that talks all about what to do to get started with Etsy and why I think Etsy is still great for beginners to start selling, and it is so good. Now, if you are not coming to my new webinar, be sure to come to it. It's this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I dropped a link. Get registered. It's free. It's free, so don't miss out. Emily says, is it better to have a set list of designs or do custom? Emily, I love that question. So in my program, Design Make Sell, which I've seen a lot of people talk about, we actually cover a lot of this in depth. So definitely reference that if you're a part of it. But I will tell you that if you are here and you're like, you know, I don't know what to do and I'm just getting started, feel free to do custom, because when you're doing custom, here's the best part. You can't pre-make something custom, right? You can't. There's no way you can pre-make something that's custom. So I love that. Sherry says, Tanner, you've taught me so much. After a couple months on Etsy, I got my first order. Woohoo! More orders have came through Facebook though. Yay! I love it. Oh my gosh, Marilyn, if you are in Design Make Sell, we do have a Shopify bonus training where I teach you how to build a shop, and it's really, really good. Melissa says, I'm terrified of Etsy. What are you terrified of, Melissa? Let me know in the comments. People tell me they're terrified of Etsy, but if I told you, Melissa, I will go out, find you a customer, bring it to your front door, drop the money in your account and sit it there, could you make a craft? Would you feel comfortable with that? Would you like that? Would you like someone else to have the burden of bringing the customer in, getting them to order, and you just do what you're best at? Would you be okay with that? Because that's what Etsy does. That's why we pay Etsy a percent. That's why we pay money to Etsy, for them to carry some of the weight. So it's easier for us to actually get to do what we do best. So Melissa says yes in the comments. If you say yes in the comments, then you shouldn't be scared of Etsy. You should say, I need Etsy right now. I'm going to make my Etsy account. I'm going to get started on there. I'm going to post. I'm going to learn about it, because that's what you're going to be able to do. I made my first sale just advertising on my Nextdoor. On Nextdoor. It was 3 ornaments, but then we moved, so I'm starting a business almost a year later. That's awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Emily says, what percent does Etsy take? So I go over this again, all in depth in the program. What I want you to know before we continue moving on, and I have all the time in the world for Q&A. Like, I'm on fire for you. I know that there are people here that need to make money in 2022. I just know it. I'm dedicated to helping this year, right? We have 3 months left. How many days till the end of the year? How many? 82 days, all right? There's 82 days until the end of the year. And I know there's people here that are supposed to make money selling their crafts before the end of the year. And if that's you, drop me a comment, like say yes, because I'm dedicated to that. So we're gonna go through the 4, then we're gonna do live Q&A. But while I'm doing this, I want you to sign up for my free webinar, because I know you're the right people. So Etsy charges a few fees. There's a listing fee, which is like 20 cents per listing, per month, so however many listings you would have, it'd be 20 cents. Plus, they have the service fee. So there's a fee for them, which has recently went up. But then they have to charge the transaction fee. And every online business pretty much pays a 3% transaction fee. So there is additional fees with Etsy, but they're doing the weight. They're carrying the weight for you in the areas that we're not best at. And there is value there because I know if oh my gosh, Beth says I started crafting with you 2 years ago today. Yay, go Beth, woohoo. I know for a fact if I came to your door and asked for that small 3 to 4% commission, you would be like, yeah, of course, you're gonna bring me the customer, right? So I think we need to change our mindset. And I think there is a place in our life that you could outgrow Etsy. If you are starting to get on Etsy and you're like, I just don't like Etsy, Etsy's not for me, okay, that's fine. Let's make a plan to get you off of Etsy. How much money would it take for you to be making consistently on other platforms or your own platform, your own shop, to get off of Etsy? Because what people that say don't go on Etsy don't tell you is that when you leave Etsy, you actually have the weight of becoming a marketing genius. That's what it takes. You have to learn so many other things that you don't have to worry about as much when you get started on Etsy. So that's why I like to say get started there and then let your other avenues grow too. Your word of mouth marketing, your local marketing, working for businesses at like larger orders are so good. Churches are really good to get higher ticket orders. And just let Etsy be another leg in your business, right? Be another leg. Plus, people are going to Etsy looking to purchase something. Yes! Y'all, I used to have a statistic of how many people were listing, like selling on Etsy versus how many people are buyers on Etsy. And it's huge, the discrepancy. People tell me like all the time, the market's so saturated. There's so many people out there selling their crafts. My friend, there's so many people out there ready to buy. So, are y'all ready for number 3? Are you ready for number 3? If you are, drop me a 3 in the comments. If you're ready for number 3, drop me a 3 in the comments because I'm so good. I'm so excited. This is so good. I love everyone's enthusiasm. Oh, I'm doing my first craft show. Yay! I love it, Kara. You're going to love these next 2 because you're ready for this. Love it. All right, I'm seeing 3s in the comments. Number 3, never do this when selling your crafts is do not people please. And what I mean from this is when I say do not be a people pleaser, is I want you to make your decisions from a business standpoint, not from the standpoint of you as a person. I want you to limit your people pleasing to the business, right? Because there's a difference from being a people pleaser and having extraordinary customer service. And people get it confused so quickly. All right? So I don't want you to just bow down to every customer's request because you feel like you have to. I want to let you know it's okay to have a line in the sand. It's okay to have a boundary there. And more than that, I want you to agree to deadlines that are actually not going to hurt your quality. Okay? So if someone calls you tonight and say, hey, I need something by the end of day tomorrow, and you don't have that capacity, I want you to say no. Because a lot of you want to serve so many people, and I love that for you, and I think that's amazing. But if it comes at hurting your physical health, your mental health, like anything like that, your capacity to serve, if it hurts that, then you're not doing what you set out to do originally, right? You're not achieving that, and you're sacrificing your quality, which means they may not reorder, they may not recommend you, and it really hurts you in the long run. So I want you to be okay with not people pleasing. Can we make that agreement? Yes, it is okay to say no and say enough is enough. And I think number 3 and number 4 will complement each other, so get ready for that. You guys are going to love it. I attempted a craft fair yesterday and didn't even make $10. I have shirts, keychains, and canvas bags I want to give up. Annette, thank you for being vulnerable with this group. I appreciate that you are able to show up, and I want you to know how disappointing it can be because you worked hard to prepare, you took time out of your schedule, and you marked that craft fair off on the agenda, and you showed up, you gave your all, and you got subpar results. And Annette, I want you to know, chances are there was nothing you could do to change that result because it possibly was not you, right? A big group, and you could obviously, depending on your circumstance, like if you're asking the other people, are they getting a ton of sales and you're not, right? Like that could be a conversation. But what I see most often is that people want to host craft fairs, but don't know how to market them, don't know how to get people in the door. So, Annette, I have a solution for you. If you really want to sell, how would it feel if you had an order come in through your phone, bing, and you're making dinner with your family? You didn't have to set aside a whole day. You didn't have to pre-make a bunch of stuff. That is the power of selling online. And I think you can take what you already have, which it sounds like you have great projects that you're ready to sell. What if we were able to take those and we were able to transform it and we were able to let those orders come in naturally, like organically as it comes, and you're not having to sit behind a booth waiting, right? Like that's the power of platforms like Etsy, and it's amazing. Like I think that is so important because I don't want you to have to do that again. Last year I made over $100 at each one I did. This year I've done 5 and I haven't even made 100. Annette, we've no more craft shows. No more. I don't recommend this for everyone. I want you to enroll in Design Make Sell, and the doors are opening very, very soon. If you need in today, email customer service and we will get you that. I'm going to drop the link to enroll. This is a secret link because enrollment has not begun. But Annette, I really feel, and again, I think this program is designed for someone like you. So I just dropped the link. You can get in. Use the coupon code DMS for $50 off. For $50 off. Okay. Anyway, Annette, I don't want you to have to sit at a craft fair and not make money, and you're taking away time from your family, yourself, and so much more. Okay. Everyone is not your customer. Don't focus. Yep. Exactly. Stick to your prices. Oh, love it, love it. Plus, you don't want negative reviews. Exactly. Don't rush those orders. It is so good. Emily says, I have a hard time pricing things because I'm a people pleaser and don't want to seem too expensive. You guys are like priming yourselves for number 4. All right, like just stay tuned for number 4, okay? Yes, thank you, Carrie, for your review of Design Make Sell. I love it. There was another question I wanted to address that was, can you sorry, one second. There was someone that asked, Jules asked, how do you deal with friends that thinking they can get a discounted price? All right, I teach this often, and what I teach is that how I teach and color transitioning your customer from your friend to being a customer is this. This is the script. Hey, Sarah, I just started my Etsy shop and I am really taking my crafts more serious now. I know I've made stuff for you in the past, but I was thinking the next order, I can give you a discount in exchange for a review. So then you say, hey, I will give you this if you will give me this review. That way you can build credibility and things like that. And I think the hardest thing, but the best way to do it is to be honest and address it. You say, hey, I'm really taking this business serious. There's only 83 days left and I can't give you a discount every time, but I can give you a discount one time. So let me know what I could do, and let them know, like, your discount for friends and family, 20%. You know, that's a good discount. Don't think that you're going to make it for them at cost. If it costs $5 for the shirt and they think they're only going to pay you $5, that's a no. That's a no. Send them the link to me and I'll teach them how to use their Cricut and they can buy one. Because you all forget about how much it costs to get in this game. It costs hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to get a heat press material, shirts, you know, Cricuts, programs, things like that. It's a lot. So I want you to acknowledge it. Cindy says, Tanner, you make it sound so easy. Cindy, you can do it. Like, that's the best part. You can do it. I promise. I promise you could do it. And the cool part is you're going to do it at your own trajectory. The reason why I make it sound easy is because when I started my Etsy shop in 2010, I never thought betting on myself in that way would lead me to where I am today, which is running an amazing platform serving you, right? I never thought betting on myself in that way 12 years ago would lead me here. So you never know what could happen for you either. You're starting your trajectory, or maybe you're in the middle of your trajectory and Etsy is your next stop, right? Like, it's not an end all be all. It's just a stopping point on your trajectory, the way I look at it. You all are amazing. Oh, yes. Yes, oh my goodness. I just posted my first decal on my website. Yay, I love it. Start promoting your website. We need to get people there. Yay. Alexandria, I'm always afraid that I'm charging too much. Alexandria, if people are paying it, great. You're not. I think the thought that we need to have is that, like, for me, I'll be honest. So my membership is Makers Can Learn. I think it's the best membership for die cutting creatives on the market, period. Just put a period there. And we really work to make it the best. Like, we have a team, we have the best customer support, but, like, to make it the best, it has to be one of the higher priced ones. If I price my membership to try to compete with Cricut Access, that was $9.99 a month, I would never be able to have all of the amazing things that I do in my membership. The reason why we have those things is that we have to invest in those things. We have to pay for those things. So I would rather be the best and be a little more expensive, right? Because you get to pick and choose. Like, if you want to be the cheapest, you're probably going to get the least amount out of it, right? But if you want to get the most out of it, you have to be a little more expensive. So anyway, I truly believe it. I believe it for you. I believe it for me. It's all the same. So yay, oh my goodness. Y'all are awesome. Okay, are you all ready for number 4? Number 4 is going to be so good. Brenda says, just signed up for the webinar. If y'all aren't coming to the webinar, imagine what would happen if you come to a training that I have taught 20 plus times. This training that we're doing right now, I planned today on 2 sticky notes. This training that we're doing right now was planned on 2 sticky notes. Imagine the value that you would get if you come to one of my trainings that I actually have pages and pages and like over 100 slides for. There's a slide deck, there's excitement, and so much. I want you to be there. It's not on YouTube. It's exclusive. You have to register. It's official, right? Like, it's an official thing, and it's so good. Everybody's giving me their number 4. Tammy says, I'm going to be at the training Sunday. Woohoo! Woohoo! I love it. I love it. Get registered, y'all. Don't forget. Now, for number 4. Number 4, there's a lot of people here that need to hear this. So you might be here and be like, this is why I'm here, right? Like, there's a reason you're here. I truly believe it. This is number 4. And number 4 is, don't price from scarcity, price from abundance. I'm going to say it again, and then we're going to dive in. Don't price from scarcity, price from abundance. All right, my friends, let's dive into that. So, a lot of you here are saying, I'm scared to price too high. I'm scared to price at all. I'm scared to value myself. All of these things, very similar to number one, where you're saying, you know, the market is oversaturated, right? What those two things are telling me is that you are living life from scarcity. So if you're over here in this bucket where you're like, okay, there's too many people online, there's too many crafters selling their crafts, it's oversaturated. It's the same thing as over here where you're like, I'm scared they can't afford it. I'm scared that, you know, this is going to be too expensive. What you're really telling me is that you believe in scarcity. You're not living from abundance. And that can be so many different reasons why, but it's good to know and it's good to call this out so that the next time you have that thought, you can say, whoa, I don't want to have that thought. We get to choose our thoughts. So if you can able to identify that's a scarcity thought, I don't have to claim that. I'm leaving that. I'm choosing abundance. So when you start thinking from abundance, you know that you can, that you can actually sell your crafts online because there's people starting today and doing it. So there's abundance for this person and you can have abundance too. The same way over here. Let's look at, Tiffany & Co. sells like $1,000 like pin or, silly stuff. Silly stuff. It is crazy at the amount of abundance that is available in this world, right? So I know for a fact that you can price your t-shirt at $30 instead of $15, right? Like, have you ever had that thought where you're like, okay, the shirt's $6, how much can I pay myself? This and that, and you are like, oh, but it would be really great since I work so hard on like the pressing and like the design to pay myself $30, but nobody's gonna buy it at that, so I'm just gonna do $15. Have you ever had that thought? Because I have. I have been there. And I want you to know that your price is actually going to kind of bring you the customer you want. And the customer you want, in my opinion, is the customer that is not looking for the cheapest. If you're looking for the cheapest, don't come to me. That's my mindset. If you're looking for the cheapest, don't compare, just don't. If that's your only thought is the cheapest, we don't want those customers because they're just wanting to say, how much can you give me? Like, how much can I take? Instead of how can I support your business and things like that, right? Like, that's just not feasible. So, yeah. We're super excited. The webinar is completely free. The webinar is completely free. I'll drop the link so y'all can register. Yep, I got over it. I know that's right, Tanner. Woohoo! Go Carrie. Carrie's rocking it. Emily says, I don't even know how to figure out how much to pay myself. Emily, I think with inflation, I think what we're going to consider minimum wage now in my world, especially entrepreneurship world, is minimum $20 an hour. And if you hear $20 an hour and you're like, ooh, it's time. It's time to embrace it. Because, y'all, this coffee, let's talk about how much I spend on coffee. The coffee that I ordered today was like $6. And there was not a lack of people in line at Starbucks. Matter of fact, I see the same people there every day. And we pay a lot for the coffee. So don't think that you cannot do it, that you cannot sell your projects, and that you cannot truly rock it, because you can find abundance, right? Like, you can find the abundance out there if you're looking for it. Starbucks is a great example. Chick-fil-A is a great example. We pay over $15 for a meal there, people. So you've got to make $20 an hour running your own business, because there's a lot of expenses that you have on your weight, that you're carrying the weight for. All right, my friends, those are the 4 things to never do when selling your crafts. Now, I'm opening it up for Q&A. I've tried to make sure to answer as many questions as we go through the webinar, or as we go through the training, but of course, now I'm like focused. So I want you to sign up for the webinar because I want to see you there. I want your support. If you've been to the webinar before and you haven't been to one this year, I actually added a lot of training to it. So if you went to something similar to this like a year ago, 2 years ago, this training's so much better. I know for a fact you'll love it. So yay, I'm in for the webinar. Go Cindy Lee, or Cindy Ann, sorry about that. In California, minimum wage is outrageous. So yeah, California, you're paying 50% in taxes. We're here, you know, I pay a lot less. So yeah, you've got to price for where you're at. Like $20 an hour in Tennessee is actually a pretty decent living. So yay, I love it. Oh, Karen's coming to the one on Wednesday. Yay, can't wait to have you. Oh my goodness. How many of you are like, I cannot wait for the doors open to Design Excel? Because let me tell you, the program is so good. It's self-paced. It's like got everything you need to work through some mindset shifts. It's got everything you need to get some actual work done. It's so good. So yay. See, Lawrence, it is in the program. It's in Design Excel. So sign up for the webinar if you're interested. I'll teach you way more at the webinar. Like I promise, there'll be so many more nuggets. Most people leave the webinar with like a page or 2 of notes. So it's awesome. When do they open? If you want the first hand, like the first day in, come to the webinar. Like that's how you get early access. How do you figure out shipping? We teach it in Design Excel. So come to the webinar. We love it, love it, love it. Yay! Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh, Steffi. Okay, so this is never before spoke about. There are some announcements that, again, I'm only sharing at the webinar, like first. So love it, love it, love it, love it. Question about custom designs. Suggest getting 50% down and remaining at delivery. Brenda, I love a deposit of any kind. A lot of people nowadays will be like, you just need to pay me up front. Like, period. So whichever one you want. Is there a fee to attend the webinar? Not at all. The webinar is free. If you're not a member, there is a special VIP opportunity that you can get a trial membership, a lot of bonuses, and a VIP experience if you're not a member. So that is available to you after you sign up. But the webinar, completely free. Yay, Melissa's coming to the webinar. Woohoo, woohoo. I'm in for the webinar. You guys are awesome. This is such a good group. Like, can you all come to like every live stream? Like, can you come to every event? Oh my gosh. Oh, I just posted custom memorial ornaments on Facebook. Pamela, I'm so excited for you. I think they'll really do good. Shortcake says, I'm in Johnson City, Tennessee. Hello, my friend. I'll be there Sunday. Yay, I love it, love it, love it. Tanner, it sounds like everyone here is ready to sign up. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, apply everything, Debbie. You are going to love it. By Wednesday or Thursday at the latest, my Etsy shop will be open. Debbie, you are going to crush it, okay? Because you already have the tools necessary to crush it. So do not miss out. Get in there, get started, get excited, and we're super pumped. I'm already more confident, excited for Sunday. Woohoo, Emily, I can't wait. You're gonna love it. The secrets, just to give you, like, I don't know I don't know if this is you, but for me, when I sign up for something, I'm so hesitant to sign up. And I'm like, oh, I want to know what it's like. So I'll explain to you how the webinar goes. First, we set the stage with like who I am, what I do. There's gonna be a lot of new people. We spend a lot of money in ads and Facebook ads to invite people to the webinar. So there'll be like 5 minutes of like introducing who I am, like just making sure they're in the right place, right? Me and you we're already best friends, so we know each other. But you can chat and 5-minute intro. Then we go into 3 myths that you have about selling. So we establish that those are myths, right? Like true myths, like we go over that. Then we dive into the 5 secrets, and then we relate how the 5 secrets and the myths come together. It's amazing training. I love it. I have taught this and I've perfected this training over many years. And I truly believe that it is so good. So you're going to love it. I seriously want to come face to face with the whole Makers crew because you've helped me so much. Oh, you all are awesome. So I really love that. We're still trying to figure out like what that would look like. If I sign up for the webinar and still don't have internet, will I be able to see it at a later date? Dazzling D, sign up for one of the dates. We will send you a replay, and you only have like 4 or 5 days after the replay to watch it, so it expires. Yay! Oh my gosh, Annie is coming to the webinar Sunday. Yay! If you don't know where to start, the webinar lays out such a solid foundation, and it really helps you have a vision like that. Like just having a better vision is worth your time to come, because when you can visualize what you can do, you can visualize it, then you're going to achieve it, right? If we did the $27 class, is it the same as the webinar? So Sherry, the $27 workshop is totally different than the webinar. The webinar is exposing, the 5 secrets to selling. The $27 class is just like, here's 30 days, here's what I would do, here's how to do it, like what to do. A little bit different. Christine says, I have not found Etsy to work. So Christine, maybe you want to try word of mouth, local. There's a huge market in working with local businesses. And the reason why is local businesses, chances are, need more than one item. So you work with fewer customers, but you get a higher volume, meaning you get more money in your pocket by dealing with less people. Super secret, like it's awesome. So you might want to maybe try that too. But come to the webinar and I'll teach you more about selling in general, not just on Etsy, not just word of mouth, just not local. Like we want you to have I want you to have the most success possible. And for me, having an Etsy shop will help you be successful because it'll help you market yourself. Having local customers will help you market yourself for free, and so much fun. So yay, love it, love it, love it. Yes, so good. Do you cover best hosts for websites? So I go over a lot of that. I go over in here. So there's, in the selling course alone, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 modules just in the sell book. We also teach design in there, and we're adding something super cool to the course this year, so stay tuned. But I go over, what to think about when you're talking about your own website. And I even have a bonus where I talk specifically about Shopify and I build a shop with you, which is so powerful. Like just having someone like peer-to-peer build a shop together, like so good. So good. Love it. Yay. Awesome, awesome. I'm in. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you all to be there. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. I've got to prepare. Like, I've got to get to it. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, get registered. This is your final call. If you have a question that you want me to answer, drop it in the comments right now so that we can try to get to it. Should you use a Facebook or Facebook page for your business? I can't get traction on my Facebook page it won't let people follow me now. So lots of questions, lots and lots of questions. So if you are not, let's just say you make a Facebook page, people are not just go randomly come to your Facebook page, so you have to drive people there, right? That's the power of Etsy. That's the only platform that's go bring people to you. You're gonna have to send people to the Facebook page and like work on growing that page. You can start a Facebook group. You can post on your personal page that you're taking orders and things like that. But if people cannot follow and like your page and, you know, subscribe and things like that, there's something wrong with it. So I would check on that. Yes, the Shopify building, is that in the course? That is in Design Make Sell. Yes, 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 love it. How do I compete with all the Amish crafts in my area? Everyone seems to want them because they are Amish made. So Karen, let's look at this from a different point of view, right? Are you willing to humor me? So Karen, so your thought is that no one is going to buy from you because there's so many Amish made crafts. We need to establish and have another thought that says, actually, you know what? I am neutral. I will buy crafts from anybody. What I think you have experienced, Karen, is that you have seen there is a lot of people that sell Amish crafts. Because you're a crafter, you notice those things, right? Like you notice like, oh, there's Amish crafts for sale, or, you know, Amish crafts for sale. What I want you to potentially realize or think, try this out, is say, hey, maybe if I am a buyer of crafts, I'm not paying attention. You're paying attention, Karen, because you're a crafter and you focus on that. But I think your ideal customer does not. And I want you to think bigger than just your local city. So if you live, you know, just in your one town, you can sell on Etsy and someone from California could order from you while you're cooking dinner. So definitely, I think you should just go for it at full force and deal with that if you actually experience it. Let me know if that has actually happened. Like someone says, no, I'm not going to order from you because I'd rather buy an Amish craft. Like, has that happened? I would assume no. So yay, love it. Sarah Thompson, is that something I can do? Yes, email customer care, Sarah. So VIP comes with 30-day trial of Maker's Gonna Learn. If you are a member and you sign up for that tier, that doesn't do anything because it's a free trial and things like that. So great question. Sweet, my shop is up and running, but I haven't advertised it yet. Still not the look I want. You know what? Here's the best part. Your business isn't going to end the way it started. So even if it's not exactly what you wanted and you know what you always envisioned it to look like on launch day, that doesn't really matter. Getting started and getting out there is what matters, because as you grow, it'll shift and change. Yes, Karen, I was only thinking locally. I think we'll think more globally. Yes, look at that. Look at that shift. And even don't discredit that you can still serve locally too, right? I just want you to think from the place of abundance, right? Think from abundance. Like, oh my gosh, there are so many amazing Amish crafters and crafts, but there's still room for Karen Carter. There's still room for me to show up. There's still room for me to express myself and make like as much money as I want selling my crafts. There's room for everybody. Do you like how that sounds? Like, that sounds empowering for you and your competitors, right? Love it. Oh, Carol, you're amazing. Justine, woohoo. Love it. Love it, love it. Oh my gosh, okay. Any other questions? Love it. On lesson 1 of Design Make Sell, I'm learning so much. You guys are wonderful. You're amazing. Annie says, I want to use cute/weird names for my products, food related. Good idea or not? Okay. So when we are thinking about naming a product, I want you to think about what someone that has no idea who you are or what you're doing, and making sure that that's not going to keep them from buying because of confusion, right? We want clarity. You need to be as clear as possible. So as much as like, I love cool, creative, nifty things, your ideal customer, if they don't know you, might be confused. So I think add your spin to it, add your twist to it, and then, make sure it's still have clarity, right? Because clarity is number one. Your spin on it definitely would be number two. Oh, you guys are awesome. I keep posting coming soon as I post my crafts in process. People are getting excited. Gail, I love that. And I think especially that's a great tip, Gail says, is as you're making your crafts to go in your shop, post behind the scenes. Show you making these crafts. Show behind the scenes to get people excited. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. I cried 3 times setting up the web page. Thought about hiring a high school kid to figure it out for me in like 3 minutes. So if you're in Design Excel, I spend, I think, like an hour and a half walking you through Shopify. It's like me and you just going through the system and like setting it up, and like I explain it to you and I break it down just like I do everything else. That's what I love about it. Are you the one who will teach the class? Yeah, I teach. So I teach the whole, pretty much all of sell. So all of your selling, all of your business. There's a few that are taught from some of our team members, but over 80% is me. All me. Some of design team members will teach in it and things like that. So it's super fun. So yay. Oh, I'm going to watch Design Excel right after this. Yes, I love it. Love it, love it. Okay. So, hi, I'm struggling to find a price point that is competitive yet profitable in a busy market. Stickers and 3D paper crafts. So Charlotte, 3D paper crafts for me is actually, I think, a very specific niche that takes a lot of time and it takes quality product from you. So that would definitely be something higher. Stickers is very competitive. So I would focus on having more of a competitive pricing model for the stickers. And I would focus on, when you're at the movie theaters and there's a small and there's a medium and there's a large, right, of popcorn. And the small is really small and kind of expensive. And the medium is barely a little bit bigger than the small. And it's the middle price. But the large is so big and it's only like a few dollars more than the medium. Do you all know that pricing model that gears you to go large just because it's the best value? I want you to think about doing that in your business. And here's why. When it comes to stickers, if you put together a great bundle, say 20 stickers, right? Like if you say 20 stickers, and if you get the large, and then you only get 10 stickers if you go medium, and you only get 5 stickers if you go small, right? I'm making this up. It's go easily say, well, I'm going to get double for less than double the money if you go large, right? So that's how I would do stickers. When you're wanting to be competitive in stickers, it doesn't cost a lot to manufacture the stickers and make the stickers. So it'd be better to sell that in volume. Very similar to my membership. The reason we focus on annual membership is because we want people to stay in our program for a year minimum. Like that's a big commitment. We want you to save the most and we want you to get the most. And that's what you get when you go with our annual package. We only have 2 packages, monthly or yearly. We have the 6-month package. This would actually be a great example. We have monthly, 6-month, and yearly, and over 70% of our members go yearly because it's the best value. We hold nothing back, and they get the most. So yeah, that's what I would think. So good. Sorry, I got on a tangent. Hey Patrick, hello my friend. I hope you're doing well. Karen says, do you collect money before selling your items or a deposit after the sale? So I recommend at least a deposit on custom items. I'm also a big fan of just saying, hey, pay up front. So whichever one you want, either one. My TikTok is almost exclusive behind the scenes. It has driven most of the sales. You are awesome, Craftin' Wives. I would love to learn more about that. Email me and let me know. I'd love to hear how you have got sales from TikTok. I would love to highlight that. New to Maker's Gonna Learn, love your content. Just got a Maker 3 and loving it. Yay! You are awesome. You are gonna love it, love it, love it. And y'all, I know we're just here talking about crafts and like selling your crafts. If you didn't know, our membership actually will give you everything you need to sell your crafts. So what I mean by that is you get a commercial license to make money with your crafts. So if that's of interest to you, check out the link. I just dropped it so that you can go ahead and grab your membership at Maker's Gonna Learn. There's like over 6,000 cut files. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yay, I love it. I'm in the middle of preparing a marketing package for Mainstay and Family Dollar, all because of Tanner and Design Make Sell. Carrie, can you tell me more? Can you email me in what you're talking about? I'd love to know. Yearly member since 2019, woohoo. You're awesome. A good POS system. It really depends. I would have to know more about your specific needs before I recommend anything specific. But y'all, this is so good. We're gonna have so much fun at the webinar. So do not forget to get registered. I cannot wait to see you there. It's gonna be really fun and really special. And again, there's only 82 days left of the year. So if you wanna sell your crafts, if you wanna get started, come to the free webinar. I'm gonna take good care of you there. It's gonna be so much fun and I cannot wait. And stay tuned to the YouTube channel over the next week or two. There's gonna be even more free pieces of content here as we gear up for the final time of Design Make Sell for the end of the year and some big bonuses. So if you need anything in the meantime, reach out to customer care. hi@makersgonnalearn.com. Go over on the channel, binge some of our other videos. If you're in Design Make Sell, dive back in, and it's so good. All right, Emily says, roughly how long is the webinar? So it's right at an hour 10, hour 15. You know how Q&A goes. Patrick, you're awesome. So you're telling me I can sign up for Maker's Gonna Learn and start making money? Yes. The commercial license is honestly our most underrated feature. Like, you're able to make money from our artwork and you don't have to worry about it. So it's super cool. We also have over like 1,000 fonts, so it's insane. But anyway, hope you all have an amazing, amazing Monday. Can't wait to see you at the webinar, and I'll see you back here at Maker's Gonna Learn.